I'm grateful for Neuro every single day of my life, because if I hadn't met him and learnt what I had learnt, I can say without a shred of doubt, that I wouldn't be here right now. Before I met Neuro, I was in a very confusing, dark place mentally. I've been to about 2 different psychologists, 20 plus sessions, was sick of talking about the issues that I had, and was hungry for tools to actually deal with what I was going through mentally. I was medicated heavily, I was in a very dark place, I was suicidal to the point of planning how I would do it to affect the least amount of people, and do it in the quickest way possible. I was working for a gym chain as a receptionist. I moved to Sydney originally 4 years ago for acting, and was getting no results on that end either. I was in a relationship that was struggling, and I saw no way out. What made me work with Neuro was word of mouth, were friends that I made through this gym preached Neuro and the teachings he gave them, the knowledge he gave them, the skills he gave them to make the most of their lives. And so when I turned to my friends in need, they introduced me to Neuro. And at first I was scared, at first I was very angry. I had a lot of issues to deal with and no tools in which to deal with them. Neuro, on the first impressions, looks a bit intimidating. He has this eyes that kind of glare into your soul. What I learned with Neuro has changed my life, really. I learned the tools to be able to process and address and release the trauma that was in my head. I got off the medication. Me personally, stopped seeing a psychologist, started seeing Neuro. The most important thing I learned was how to love myself. Like social media and magazines and TV and movies talk about self-love and loving yourself, but in the end of the day, it's cool, that's great. Self-love's great, but how do you love yourself? And Neuro taught me that it's setting boundaries, that it's saying no at the right times, that it's saying yes to the right things, that it's knowing your standards, that it's the small incremental things you do each and every single day that remind yourself that you're worth it. Man, it's just, yeah. I'm grateful for Neuro every single day of my life, because if I hadn't met him and learnt what I had learnt, I can say without a shred of doubt, that I wouldn't be here right now. I'm now in a new relationship that serves me. I'm now quit my job at that gym chain and am working and pursuing my dream of acting. That's picked up, modeling and acting for me has picked up so much that I don't need a 9-to-5 job anymore. I've got great friends around me that support me, that make me laugh, that remind me of the magic of life. I've got amazing relationships with my family, with my twin brother, with my mother. I have this newfound gratitude for life that every now and then during the day I remind myself of things to be grateful for. I have a more healthier outlook on life and see it more as an optimist and less as a pessimist. Who I would recommend to do Neuro's courses, his online coaching, his one-on-one coaching, his anything, would be anyone. I've taken my Warrior booklet that he gave me in the Warrior program, and I have helped my brother, who was dealing with his own sexuality and the abandonment of our father because of that, and I've helped him forgive our dad and move on and move past that. The short answer of that is I would recommend everyone to Neuro's teaching. It saved my life. It's injected me with this newfound passion and joy for life, and has allowed me to be able to spread that joy and passion for life to others. Neuro is one of my favorite people on this planet, and like I said before, without him I wouldn't be here.